All right, so another episode of Real Estate on Record. The famous Mike Gatti. The I wouldn't even say Mike's a realtor. He's just a machine.
Sure.
He's a machine. This is the last podcast of the day. We've had a busy day of filming, right?
Busy day. Started downtown.
Yeah.
RBC.
Isn't that wild?
It's quite the event, let's call it.
Isn't it crazy? You gotta think about it.
Panel.
The whole panel, like an ESPN, bullpen of like, it's just insane.
Great
green
information.
screen, media room with like multiple people. But I was thinking about it, like coming from like look at life, how life changes, and you can rewrite any chapter you want. Just obviously you put the effort in, you put the work in, and you have the right attitude towards it. You can build something. It's like pulling in 2x4 studs through a window off a forklift, and then not sitting in RBC's headquarters next to the director of all of the nation's RBC rep, introducing us as one of their lead panelists. I think it's damn good.
Yeah.
Ma, we made it. It's just like, I don't know. It's good. Again, never let the ego get to your head, because realistically, who gives a shit, right? We're going to keep down to the grind. Like you were saying on the way out, it was like taking a call for a tenant that's got a broken dishwasher. And it was like, that's real life, right?
Yeah.
And we're just basically working hard on everything just to build what we're doing. But at the end, we have to service our clients no matter what, whatever it is. It's like one is a plumbing issue, the other one was a check bounce. These are like management calls and taken in the car. So that's life, I think in general, it's like we should never look at people and think that, oh, wow, they're at such a high level or a great place, because there's a lot behind it, like multifaceted or multi-layers of why you're there, but you still got to do the original stuff that got you there. So yeah, no ego. It was fun. I enjoyed it. I would love to do it again. I think that was cool, but it's all good. Back to business.
I agree. Back to Canadian real estate.
Canadian real estate. So tell me about the market, Michael.
It's been quite interesting in the last few weeks. We've had this little bit of a pop. Definitely, this is all talking if you're priced correctly.
Okay, look, first quarter this year has been great.
It's been pretty good if you're priced okay.
Okay, but
right.
even our deal flow and also income, let's say commission income, it's been a good year already.
Considering.
So, yeah.
And again, it's been a lot of repeating and battling through conversations and managing expectations, because unfortunately we have seen some people lose out on a couple dollars for sure, where they could have sold at the end of last year. And when I say there's a little pop, I mean, we're still trending in a downward trend, but if you are priced correctly, we're getting the property sold, let's face it. Looking at inventory, we're seeing that rise of inventory in the beginning of April. We're seeing the inventory definitely flood the market. There is going to be now this kind of curveball. They move some levers. We knew this could always happen, that eventually we're going to move some sort of lever. Going back to the trades, we needed our trades, 40% of our growth and the GTA, basically, we need them to be working. Let's face it, they've been at home for 2.5, 3 years. Not at home, but like it's dwindled down. Intermittent. It's not the same consistent 40 hours or 37.5 hours a week for these tradespeople that they're used to having, right? So we have seen those new construction sales definitely dwindle down to like 10% of what they used to sell. Now with the HST obviously coming in, we're actually going to create a link where I think we got to put together exactly what it does, but we'll touch on it a little bit now. Before, when we used to purchase a new construction home, you can apply for the HST rebate for up to that $24,000 to get that back. Yeah,
that's what even when I bought the Mattamy house was the same idea.
Yeah, exactly. So now what they've changed from April 1st of 2026 up until March, I think it was 27th of 2027. You're able to apply for up to 13%. The full HST amount. So if you're like $1 million home, you're able to get $130,000 in that rebate.
But so look, we were paying this because again, just to kind of
you were paying it. You were paying it before.
So if you bought $1 million house, you were getting $24,000
correct,
back, but you're still paying $110,000.
Well, you're still paying 13%, exactly, the $130,000.
Okay, and then that went. Obviously, the builder would take it like you would take the HST, then drop it in the government's lap. So
Correct.
now that 13%
And then you would get that rebate.
So now what are you doing? You have to pay it up front. You get the rebate back, or you don't even pay the tax.
No, you pay it as incorporated into the price.
Yeah.
Like with the HST being paid at the purchase of the house.
So let's say $1 million, you're paying
From what I understand, we still have to apply for it to get
the 130,000 back.
Again, it's very vague right now because I walked into a builder's office last week. They told me they sold 50 houses. Now, again, I don't know if I believe them. Maybe
How many houses? 50?
50 in a weekend.
50.
Wow. In one weekend. So I don't know. I kind of called out the sales rep because I felt like she was beating around the bush because and I talked to a different builder after and it was more in line of what I was saying, is that they're trying to figure out exactly how this is all going to work. And they want to make sure that their T's are crossed and their I's are dotted, because if you're going to ramp up production, they want to make sure they're doing it properly so they're not stuck with the bill at the end.
The problem is with government, any incentive, and I saw this through SEBA and all those
That's
loans,
who's holding all this back.
And it scared the shit out of me because they said, again, we took 40 grand, I think it was during COVID, 40K. And if your business went down 30% during this period, you're going to honor that 10,000. You got to repay the 30. Fine. My business dipped. If you've seen where it literally dropped 35% from where it was, like at the, like Jan, Feb, maybe let's say March into like May, it was just this massive drop off 3 months. And that's where you needed to qualify. So we sent that in. They said, no. As good fellows would say, fuck you, pay me. So it was like,
so you have to pay it back.
Yeah. So that's what scares me with any government program, because they muddy the waters. And then if you're like, again, what happens if somebody's banking on this 130K to come back, and then it's like, oh, you don't qualify? Is there qualifiers on it, or is it just every new house?
Because I want to put together an actual package where people can subscribe to, and we can send it out to them. Again, there is some, I guess, gray area. We don't have exact direction. It drops off at a certain amount. I can't remember the exact amount, so I don't want to just say it all here right now. But I'll put together a package that the people could reach out to.
So I saw this big announcement. They had this big thing in front of a construction site, and the backholes and the whole thing, and dug forward, and the whole thing was there. But then it just dropped off.
No, it's in like.
But is it still being?
No, it's still being
in the news. Going. It's like everyone's talking about.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, no, I think the effects of it's gonna help.
They're still talking about it in the media as well.
For sure.
Yeah. Okay. I don't see it. I don't see it like BNN anymore or anything like that. It's not
maybe
a headline.
I don't know. Maybe because I was talking to the builders, I'm like in the loop with it.
No, I'm just saying like more in the media, like media announcing it, like more media, legacy media, stuff like that.
I guess I saw it last week when they announced it.
And it just dropped off.
Maybe.
I think that should be big news. That's what I'm saying. It's almost like a...
Because then I think what happened was then they dropped that there's the $8.8 billion federal basically injection into the GTA real estate.
What are you doing with that $8.8 billion?
So basically it's federal money that's being injected into development charges, to drop development charges for municipalities. So now that's going to take time to filter in, but we have the HST that's getting implemented immediately, rebate, and the $8.8 billion that's going to be injected into dropping development charges. Well, it's going to obviously help builders potentially be more competitive with pricing according to the resale market. And then I think that's going to put, but the two of them combined, I think it's going to put pressure on resale sales, right?
Oh,
because if there is a new product available in that area, well, that new product's gonna be a little bit more appealing to a buyer. And think of it, I was in Milton, and if there was really 50 sales that happened over the weekend, well, that's 50 new construction homes that were purchased away from the resale buyers. So it's gonna put, I think, downward pressure on resale pricing.
I look at the Canadian real estate market. It's literally been stabbed, shot, drowned, and set on fire. And it still has a heartbeat. It's wild.
Well, we're just kicking the can down the road, right? Because essentially, this money that's coming in is debt and taxes. So we're not fixing the real problem.
The only thing I say is that if somebody complains in the future that, I should have sold when I should have sold, you really have no excuse, because this should have started and just had like a drop off real fast.
It's a bailout, right? It's a big bailout.
But even in general, just the market, like timing to sell, like they should have been like a high point and then just like, and then it just shuts down because of what currently is whatever's happening in the economy. But it's literally still giving everyone an opportunity that needs to get out of financial deficits and stuff like that. They can get out and kind of recoup their money. But it is what it is. It's good. We're gonna ride the wave clearly and go from there for sure.
Exactly. Again, prices are still trending down.
Can you give me the example? Remember those 2 units?
Yeah.
I'm not gonna say the address, but I mean it was just on when you had offers last year, where the prices were, right? So you had multiple offers on 2 different properties. You had X amount of dollars, and then fast forward, clients didn't accept those offers. Fast forward into 2026, and then you had multiple different offers on these properties, and then you just took the highest offer. But what percentage did you come down? Because again, that's a good gauge because it's the same product from 2025 into 2026, and what you had on the table in 26 or 25, and then what you have in 26.
Yeah, no, one of them in particular that I can think of is we had 5 offers on it, and we ended up taking
In 25.
Probably 3 offers in 25, and then
Can
2
you
offers.
tell me the amount? Can we do that, or is that?
Yeah, I don't know if
I don't want to offend.
Yeah, I don't want to say the amount. But basically, we came down 10%. We lost 10% from our highest original offer.
So every offer was coming down 3 to 5%?
So yeah, probably. Yeah.
So 5 offers down 3 to 5% and 10% at the gap. So I guess 5 divided by 10. So two and a bit.
Yeah,
2%.
we're probably losing like 1.5-2% per month when we were listing, at least. Yeah, for sure.
And both properties were the same?
Sorry, which other one are you talking about?
There was another one. There was one was a condo and one was a home.
Correct. So the home we were down.
I know the amount.
Yeah, we're down about 100K. Probably 80K by where we finished.
So where you started with offers in 25, and then now you're 80K and accepted and sold firm.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So 80,000. That's 8% on $1 million. I think it was $1 million plus property, right?
It was almost.
Okay, so there you go. So that was, and again, those are 2 different areas. One was in the core, and then one was
the outskirts.
In the outskirts. Okay. So again, those are 2 active markets as well.
And then we even had some in the real outskirts, like up north, that we ended up starting too high, and we ended $100,000 less, which was probably like 25% of lower than the sales volume or the sales value, because where we originally started, because we probably realistically saw like a 15% drop in price over like 6 months that we were listed, but because we started too high, we lost probably an extra 10%.
Wow.
Yeah, then we should have, just because of pricing incorrectly.
Well, the proof is there. The thing is properties are still selling, obviously at a lower price, but again, they're moving.
Exactly, and it comes down to price and understanding, and it's unfortunate because like I've not everyone has it in them to say you were right, and I'm not trying to say it's not. The last thing I want to say is you're right. I don't care to be right or wrong. It's we're losing money that you're taking in your equity from your family. Like that's the painful part for me, 100%. To be honest, right? And yeah, I have had people say to me recently, like, everything you said happened from day one, Mike. We should have taken the first offer that we saw, right? But it's unfortunate because I think some of them think like, you're putting pressure on me. You just want to get this sold. I'm trying to help you. I'm trying to say, we've seen this go around, right? Last year we did.
Yeah, and there's no pride in being right.
No, absolutely not.
We're not like haha, I told you, or like I told you it was going to happen. We're not I told you kind of people. We
It's sad. It makes me angry, to be honest.
It's also our job to like present the facts of what's really happening. And then when it's time to buy, I will hit that
exactly
bell, and I'm going to be like, you got to get in now, because we've hit that lull period. Like in Florida, we hit that lull period. Now start buying. This is, if you didn't, again, follow our feeds. I didn't promote any investment properties in Florida for 2 years. I mean, follow it. I didn't say you should buy this as cash investment. Nothing until June of last year. And
until it made sense.
Okay, start going, because where the prices were and where the rates are, everything made sense, and the rents. So, and there's those few communities that actually made sense. So again, that's what we're going to do here as well in Toronto when it's time to like, and again, I still think by 2030, this is where our lull period is going to come. I hope it doesn't go that long, but there might be opportunities at that point. You buy just simple properties, and if they're gonna appreciate, if there's a resurgence in the economy, resurgence in politics, if there's like, you know, pro business and pro everything like that, pro growth, yeah, you're gonna want to buy back into real estate because we know what we had here and how much money we made on properties. Because again, even in Florida, we can't make the returns in the sense of not in the ROI, because those are good in the cap rates. It's more so the appreciation. Where you bought a house one year, it was up 150K by next year.
You can continuously buy houses and it works.
Yeah, that's a thing. But I mean,
and that's how it used to be here.
I know.
Right? Yeah. Like look at this crazy appreciation that we've had here over the last 25 plus years.
It's crazy.
It doesn't make sense, right? Like it's priced everyone out of the market, and we're essentially fixing this issue now with, again, that's going to be paid by my kids. Right.
But they're saying that a lot of this, maybe these issues that's happening in the middle, the war now in Iran and the Middle East, that it's going to be opening up. Or I think Kevin O'Leary was talking about this might give opportunities, or the Keystone Project and stuff like that, the oil pipeline. They're going to rename it so it doesn't have that stigma to it, but it's going to be starting up a big influx.
So we have a solution to the oil supply.
Yeah.
And the gas prices.
Well, they say the crude is supposed to be good here as well. So, I mean, I think there's one pipe they're talking about now that's going to go. I don't know if it's next to Minnesota. Is it Wisconsin? I don't know. It's one of those states in up that way. Up in, I guess that's considered west. Yeah. So somewhere that's coming in from Canada into the west of the U.S. So we'll see what happens. Hopefully that's good, because it'll obviously fuel the economy here, bring that economic push. I mean, we have all these oil reserves. Why not, right? Start pushing it.
Make the country richer too.
Yeah.
Like it's almost a win-win.
I don't understand the concept.
Control gas prices, make Canadians more wealthier.
Yeah.
And solve a couple problems with it. But we've been against it for years. So
isn't it wild? You go to all these Gulf state countries and all they have is oil. They don't have anything else. They don't even have water. Forget about it. And they build Dubai, and they build Abu Dhabi, and they build these insane things. We got the same thing here. Why don't you sell the damn thing and build an Abu Dhabi? Imagine like that, kind of pushing that.
And Pierre was even saying on Rogan there, like how clean it is. No, you didn't watch it?
I can't watch it.
No, don't watch it then.
I'm so disappointed with Canadian politics.
He was talking about how clean the extraction is.
You were saying it,
and it's so potent because like they're able to they can do it underground. They don't have to there's some sections they have to dig up, but they can do it they drill big pipes, and with the steam that they put through it, it warms up, I guess, the oil, and it sucks in
oil sands,
and it's more potent than it would be in like a harder shell or
shale where they break it.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and it's less invasive. They can do it with parks on top, and they can just do it underground. So
you know what's crazy with that as well, and I think we spoke about it. I was always in the concept. I remember seeing these news clippings and
that it's so bad,
dirty, and in this environment. Again, this is all propaganda. There's always somebody trying to make money behind it, and obviously they're not invested in oil, or maybe it's oil companies invested in somewhere else, and they're trying to get this tail off into a different energy. Like batteries was a big thing. That's ended. Wind and solar. Like, guys, stop it. We can't go anything. We need the oil. That's just the reality. That's how our energy is produced. If there's a cleaner way, then let's figure it out. But you can't just eliminate one and cause us to pay the pain for it. Even windmills. What a stupid idea that is. Do you know how many animals that thing's murdered and they don't work? They don't produce the power.
They only have such a lifeline. Yeah. Or lifespan. Sorry.
And then supposedly those fiberglass blades you can't even dispose of. They're like very toxic. So what are we doing? And they made the Trump administration made a valid point. It's like China makes them, but China doesn't install them in their own country. They know it's dumb. So why are you ruining your landscapes because of this? And solar, solar would be good, and obviously in desert states of America. Like I know
Elon full sun.
Yeah, he says 100 square miles. and you can produce all the power for all the US. Now, see, that's a concept because that's vacant land not doing anything. Literally 100 by 100 miles by 100 miles in the desert is there's nothing there.
Yeah.
Cut it out and then build this great. That would be see that would make sense. Why don't they do that? It is what it is, but we'll see. Hopefully, it looks like things are turning in the sense that oil's back on production, and even Germany's gone off of that craziness, and they're starting to, go back to where they were. Because again, Germany is such a great country in Europe that produces so many great things of engineering marvel. Like, I mean, they're brilliant. We call them squareheads. They're like squarehead engineers, right? I look at my Porsche. It's like a scalpel, you know what I mean? It's such perfectly designed. And they've been doing the same thing for the last 60 years on the same sort of concept on the same car, and they just keep perfecting it and make it better and better and better. You know what made it worse? Putting a battery in it. They did. They made it to a hybrid. Now it's a heavy pig.
Your beautiful Formula One.
Oh, Formula One, forget it.
I don't want to get
You know what I started
started.
watching? I watched the 2004 season with the Schumacher and Alonso. It was the V10 series. I'm like, let me watch it. This
I
is
don't know if
Japan.
it was fake. The Red Bull had some V10 engine in it or something recently, like last week or something.
They have one. They drive around in the.
Oh, but they were testing something
press.
in Japan, like after the race.
Oh yeah.
I don't know.
They usually have a press car, and they hit. Supposedly there's going to be a V8 coming out.
Or sorry, a V8, not
V8
V10.
turbocharged,
That's what it was.
which makes sense.
Yeah.
V8 turbocharged. The turbocharged will be the efficiency part of it, but it's a V8. Like, come on. Like, you can't, that's why I love NASCAR now. It's like, they don't give a shit.
love it.
That's what it's going to be.
Max is going to NASCAR.
No, he won't go. He doesn't like it. But he's driving sports car series.
Yeah.
You
I saw
know,
him.
not an IMSA, but he's a FIA. So,
He just won some race in
Nürburgring.
Germany.
Yeah, Nürburgring, 12 hours, a minute ahead of the second place.
crazy. Wow.
But they disqualified because
I know, too many tires. or
Yeah,
something.
but he's gonna go to He's setting up for the 24 hours now. He's gonna do 24 hours, multiple drivers.
This went quite off topic. I love it.
Yeah,
We started over here. We ended down there.
well, it's life.
It's good.
What's your prediction? We'll wrap this up. I know you got to get to family as well, Mike.
For what though?
Predictions on the rest of the year. Now we're April 7th today, right? I think. Yeah, April 7th.
I think we have a continuous downward trend in price, sales volume. I think it's still going to be tight. I think there is an uptick in new construction for sure. Like,
Yeah.
people, there's opportunity if builders don't raise their prices and get greedy again. But
We know them.
yeah, so we'll see. I think the select few will thrive for the new construction side of things. But again, I think it's going to come down to for sellers, you're going to have to be aggressive on price. It's like the opposite of the market going up. In 2020, it was like, or 22 and 21, it was like we would go look at a house. You had 10 minutes to see the house. It was like,
Imagine.
the last house sold 1.4. It was like, okay, we got to go 1.450 plus. Like,
Imagine.
yeah, it was crazy. No conditions. Now we're in the reverse. Now it's like, you sold that 1.4. Okay, we got to go 1.350.
Can you imagine? We used to go. I remember going to, even just a new market. Like, you do showings. There's like 30 people in there.
Yeah.
On a showing. It wasn't an open house. It was a showing.
I was in Milton.
Parquet floors and 13 inch by 13 inch tile.
And those guys are getting destroyed right now because they overpaid for the houses and they're taking massive losses.
1.3, 1.4 those houses. That's what they were going at.
They're probably 1.1, 1.15 now, right? Like, we're seeing massive hits on these houses.
So they're even underwater. Like, those are cash negative.
All kinds are underwater. I just sold one last week underwater, right? Like, it is what it is, but we're gonna make it up on the buy.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, I guess you
that upgrade right now, you can upgrade for 150 grand, 200 grand. You're getting an extra 500 square feet, double car garage.
Yeah, and the deals are there.
Yeah.
You did a few good ones now, some detaches for clients there. It's upsizing, which are great.
Yeah. So I think that's my prediction moving forward. We'll see. I don't think it's going to be like the sky isn't falling, but at the same time, you have to be priced correctly,
accordingly.
or else just like don't waste your time. And I've had people ask me like, we're not willing to take that number. What should we do? I said, keep it.
Yeah.
Like, I don't want to lie to you,
Yeah.
right? So we'll see.
That's it. I agree. I think we're still on trend for that that lull period in 2030. I don't see it coming off of that. I still think it's a lot of stuff going on. Clearly, even the world economics now, it keeps getting worse. You know, like we just heard news now. There's 10 B-52 bombers heading to Iran, which is not good news. Hopefully that that all turns around in the next hour. We don't have to deal with that bullshit. But yeah, I think the world economics is going to look a little different in the future, and I still think that it's positive to be in the West, in between Canada and North and America, and in Mexico, and this whole section here, this Western Hemisphere. So let's see what happens. We're going to be good.
On to the next one.
On to the next one.
Thanks, guys.
Ciao.
Ciao.